When I saw my daughter sneaking food into the bathroom on spy camera, my world fell apart. The nanny's hands trembled as she took the Tupperware out of her bag. My wife, who is always accusing me of neglect, was now feeding my daughter in secret, right in her own home. My daughter was losing weight, and my new wife convinced me it was the nanny's fault, that she was unreliable. I, who thought my wife takes care of everything, now saw the monster I had married. But what happened next is the most shocking thing, and no one believes it to this day. 3 years ago, my life was perfect. I was married to Anna, my soulmate, and we had just had our daughter, Sophia. Then, the diagnosis came. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4. Fast, brutal. In 6 months, I was a widower. The pain, it was a black hole. I only functioned for Sophia. I had to function for her. Anna made me promise that last night. Holding my hand, she whispered, "Michael, take care of our girl. Don't let her feel alone. Promise me." I promised. For a year, it was just Sophia and me. I was surviving, not living. That's when Isabel showed up. She was light. She was kind. She seemed to understand my grief without rushing me. And most importantly, she seemed to love Sophia. In 6 months, we were living together. In a year, we were married. I truly believed I'd gotten a second chance. I trusted her. I entrusted her with the promise I made to Anna. And what a mistake. What a catastrophic mistake. The first sign was subtle. Sophia, who was always a talkative child, became quiet. Sad. I thought it was grief for her mother. Then, I noticed the food. She barely touched her plate when Isabel was around. "It's just a phase," Isabel would say, smiling. "She's throwing a tantrum. I'll handle it," and I let her. Then, the weight. Her clothes getting loose. Her cheeks sinking in. My daughter was disappearing in front of me. I felt like a failure. I was breaking the promise I made to Anna. That's when I hired Clara, the nanny, to help in the afternoons. I needed help. I needed someone to get Sophia to eat. I had no idea I was putting Clara right in the monster's line of fire. If you've ever felt that gut instinct that something was terribly wrong, but you couldn't figure out what, like this video. And subscribe, because the truth I uncovered was so much worse than I imagined. When I brought Clara in, things seemed to get better for a week, but the tension quickly returned. Isabel started planting seeds. "Michael, I don't want to be annoying, but have you noticed Clara spends a lot of time locked in the room with Sophia?" I hadn't. "In the pantry," she said one day. "It seems like food is disappearing faster." "Do you think, Clara?" "You know, I didn't want to believe it." Clara was a simple, sweet-looking woman, but the seed was planted. Isabel was a master at that. The next week, Sophia had a fever. The doctor was clear. "She has low immunity, Michael. She needs to eat better. She's underweight." Panic hit me. That night, I confronted Isabel. "What is going on?" And she cried. Crocodile tears. "I don't know what to do. I try. I swear I try. But Clara, I think she's not giving her the snacks." Today, I found a package of Sophie's cookies in her bag. That was the trigger. Rage blinded me. The nanny, the person I paid to care for my daughter, was stealing her food. It made sense. The weight loss, the missing food. I felt like an idiot. The next day, I went to an electronics store. I bought the smallest audio recorder I could find and a spy cam, hidden in a teddy bear. I put the bear on the shelf in Sophia's room, facing the bed. I put the audio recorder in the kitchen, under the table. I was going to catch Clara. I was going to fire her for cause and make sure she never worked with children again. If I had only known what I was about to discover. I told Isabel I was going on a 2-day business trip. It was a lie. I stayed in a hotel 10 minutes from the house, monitoring the kitchen audio in real time and waiting for the video files from the room. The first day was strange. The kitchen audio was normal, but when I checked the video from the room, it was corrupted. The bear was turned to face the wall. Damn it, I thought. She saw me. My anger grew. She was guilty. On the second day, I was ready to go home and end it. That's when the live audio from the kitchen started picking up lunchtime. I heard Isabel's voice, cold as ice. "Sit." Now, I heard Sophia's quiet sob. I already said I don't want to eat. Isabel's voice changed. "You don't want to. Or you know you can't. Do you think I don't see you? You look just like her. Her, Anna. But girls who look like dead women don't deserve to eat." I heard the sound of a plate being scraped. "Into the trash. Now stay there. And if you tell your father, I swear, I will make you disappear." My blood ran cold. I couldn't breathe. It couldn't be. I grabbed the laptop and opened the video file from Sophia's room from the day before. The one I thought was corrupted was just the beginning. The video started. 12:30 p.m. Isabel had left. Clara, the nanny, entered the room. She looked around, nervous. She went to the shelf, looked right at the teddy bear, and turned it to face the wall. My heart sank. She's an accomplice, but the audio continued. I heard a bag unzip, and Clara's voice whispering, "It's okay, my angel. She's gone. Aunt Clara brought you soup, nice and warm, and bread. I heard Sophia. I'm hungry. Aunt Clara, I know, my love. Eat. Eat quickly. We can't let her see. She's a bad woman, Sophia, but you have to be strong. Your father will see. One day he'll see. I heard my daughter eating, devouring, and the nanny crying softly, stroking her head. Eat, honey. Get strong." The video from the second day was the same. Clara turning the bear, and her audio. "Today I brought pasta, your favorite. Quick, before the monster comes back." The monster. It was Isabel. I had been blind. I was trusting the monster and hunting the hero. The promise I made to Anna. I didn't just break it. I spat on it. In that exact second, something inside me switched off. The grief, the pain, the confusion. It all turned to ice. Absolute clarity. She had no idea what was about to happen. I drove from the hotel to the house in 5 minutes. My face was numb, my hands steady on the wheel. I was no longer a grieving widower. I was a father, and I was going to protect my daughter. I walked into the house. Isabel was in the living room, watching TV, smiling. "You're back early, honey. How was the—" "Shut up." Her smile vanished. "What?" "Pack your things. You have 10 minutes, Michael. Are you insane? What are you talking about?" "I'm talking about my daughter's hunger." She turned pale. "I don't know what." "I do. I heard it. I saw it. I saw Clara covering for you. I saw you scraping her food into the trash." She tried to stand up. "Michael, it's not what it looks like. She provokes me. She is a 5-year-old child, Isabel. A child who lost her mother." I went to the phone and called Clara. "Clara? It's me, Michael. Please, forgive me." I heard her sob on the other end. "I saw everything. I know what you did. You saved my daughter. Please, get Sophia, get your things, and go to my mother's house. The address is—" "Stay there. You're safe. I'll handle the monster." I hung up. Isabel was paralyzed. "You can't." "I can. We're at the halfway point, and justice is just getting started. If you believe that dignity is non-negotiable, especially a child's, subscribe to the channel, because the final twist in this story proves that justice sometimes is poetic." I grabbed my cell phone. I called my lawyer, the same one who handled Anna's estate. "Marcos, I need you. Now. At my house. Bring the divorce papers. And bring the police. I have proof of child abuse." Isabel screamed. "Police? You're going to ruin my life." "Your life? You were starving my daughter. You were psychologically torturing her because she looks like my dead wife." "I loved you," she screamed. "You loved my money. You loved the house Anna decorated. You loved the easy life. But you hated the only thing that mattered. Her daughter." She ran for her purse. "I'm leaving. I'm taking my car. The car is in my name. And your cards," I said, opening the banking app on my phone, "are all blocked. The joint account, it's at 0. I transferred every cent that was mine and from Anna's inheritance into an account you will never touch." She collapsed on the sofa. Panic. "You can't do this to me. I have rights. Half of everything is mine." "You have rights to nothing, Isabel. You signed a prenuptial agreement that protected Anna's assets. You would only be entitled to something if we were married for 5 years. And you committed abuse. You violated the morality clause of the contract." The doorbell rang. My lawyer, Marcos, with 2 sheriff's deputies and 2 police officers. Marcos's calm was terrifying. "Isabel, you are being served with a petition for a contested divorce and an emergency protective order. The order requires you to stay 500 yards away from Michael and Sophia. You have 10 minutes to be escorted to the bedroom, collect your personal items, and leave the property. If you resist, you will be arrested." She looked at me, her eyes filled with hate. "You will regret this, Michael." "No, I regret not seeing it sooner." The officers escorted her. 10 minutes later, she came down with 1 suitcase. She stopped at the door. "I will destroy you in court. Try it," I said. "I have 6 hours of audio and video." "You're done, Isabel." She left. The gate slammed shut, and for the first time in 3 years, I breathed, but it wasn't over. I had saved the best for last. The divorce proceedings were fast. Isabel's lawyer tried the only defense left: insanity. He tried to say I was a negligent father, that Clara, the nanny, was an unstable accomplice who stole food, and that Isabel was overwhelmed by the grief in the house. They asked for a fortune. They asked to nullify the prenup. On the day of the hearing, Isabel was confident. Her lawyer talked for an hour. Then it was Marcos's turn. Your Honor, my clients will not be speaking. The evidence will. He set up a large screen. The courtroom watched in silence. The 10-minute edit of Isabel's cruelty, the slap on the hand, the food in the trash, the cold voice. Bad girls who look like dead women don't deserve to eat. The judge went pale. Isabel's lawyer was speechless. That's edited, he stammered. It's a reaction. A reaction? Marcos asked. Then let's get to the grand finale, he called the next witness. Clara, the nanny. She walked in, nervous. Clara, Marcos said. Isabel accused you of stealing food from the pantry. Is that true? No, sir, Clara said. We know. Your Honor, Isabel didn't just abuse Sophia. She tried to frame the woman who was saving her. I present as evidence Clara's bank statements for the last 6 months. And the receipts. He put them on the projector. Dozens of grocery receipts. Soups, pasta, bread rolls. All purchased with Clara's own salary from a grocery store 2 miles from the house. She was spending her own money to feed a child that wasn't hers. All while risking her job and being accused of theft by the real criminal. The judge slammed her gavel. Enough. The divorce was granted. The prenup was upheld. Isabel did not receive a single cent, but it went further. The judge referred the case to the district attorney's office, with the evidence of child abuse and false accusation. Isabel left the courtroom in handcuffs. Today, 1 year later, life is different. It's calm. Sophia is healthy. She's in preschool. Chubby, talkative, happy. She still misses her mom, but now she knows she's safe. Isabel. She served 6 months in jail for abuse. Today, she's facing civil suits, is bankrupt, and no one in town will go near her. The story got out. She's a social outcast. And Clara, the hero. When it was all over, I sat down with her. Clara, I can never repay you for what you did. I just did what was right. Mr. Michael, I know. And that's why you're not going to be a nanny anymore. She looked confused. I opened a folder. I started a foundation in honors and Sophie's names. A foundation to help children in vulnerable situations after losing a parent. And I want you to be the director. And I paid for your college, your degree in education. You start on Monday. Her tears, this time, were of joy. I learned that trust is sacred, but verification is mandatory. And whoever hurts a child awakens a father. If you're a father, a mother, or just someone who believes that the innocent must be protected at all costs, you understand the rage that took me over. Justice was served for Sophia, but the real hero was Clara. You saw what I refused to see. Like this video if you believe the nanny was the true guardian angel of this story. And subscribe to the channel for more stories where the truth, no matter how painful, finally comes to light and justice is served. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had to trust your gut instinct against someone that everyone else loved? Or have you ever seen someone be the silent hero like Clara, while the wrong person got all the credit? Leave your story in the comments.